I'm also dad joke.
Well, where did we leave?
Well, I've just cast light on. What's her name?
Lovely.
Oriana?
No,
Oriana.
Matthew's character. Lily. Yeah,
Lillian.
yeah. So Lily can now see.
Well, I have goggles. I can see in the dark anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you said you couldn't see
There
that.
Well,
I was gonna say, I think the only one I
where
can't see.
where I was standing, I couldn't see anybody. I mean,
Yeah.
even with
The
fair.
angles were... The
Fair.
pillars were blocking you.
Well, if that's the case, I'll cast light on one of the ice sculptures.
I will... You know, just to make things easier, I will copy this and paste this here so everyone can see this fucking room. I'll just put it everywhere so you can see the entirety. Oh wait, you still won't be able to see it because of this. Where is it? Let me just delete this.
I really want to get in the mech suit, though, even though I know it's a bad idea.
Apparently, there's no such thing as a bad idea. Just slightly less good ones.
When you are a treasure hunter, there is no such thing as a bad idea. There is treasure on the line, and I am not having it right now.
Alright. As the final mechanical dwarf was killed, the rest of the mechanical noises ceased, and it is back to the chilling silence as it were once, except for the crackling ice from up above.
I'm gonna walk up here and look through some of these crates.
Yeah.
Once again, as you go up, you see that these crates are very much like the ones outside, ancient and unfortunately empty. From looking at crates for this long, you would have realized that they have been deliberately emptied, since there is literally not a single piece of gold or silver or nothing, literally nothing inside.
You know, I'm really wondering, why are they trying to mine out all the people when there's so much gold over there? Like, I maybe understand the giant, maybe he's like gonna be a weapon for them, but I really can't understand why they're not trying to get the gold. I want the gold.
That's true, that's weird. Huh.
Huh.
I'm gonna like...
Oh yeah. So I have maybe an idea. And hear me out, because this might end badly. In the other room, I actually managed to beat up on one of the mech things, and I managed to kill the guy who was inside. Now, the way I did it, I might actually be able to get myself in the mech suit. Do you guys think it would be a good idea to try that and see if I can get into any of the gold?
Probably not just yet.
I'm saying... What was
sounds
that?
like a... It sounds like a terrible idea, but you can always try.
I was just gonna warn you guys just in case I came into the room screaming death or whatever, I don't know. Uh, but yeah, there's that option if we want to get something out of this, because as of right now, I'm not seeing really any benefit for us once we get this item for our God, I'm forgetting names. I'm disappointed. For
Lord
our
Grey.
benefactor. Yeah, Lord Grey. That's what it was.
Well, we could
I
possibly
keep dropping. So,
Well, we could possibly focus on one thing first, then we can do the gold digging.
okay. What's next on the agenda? Can I get the big magic item? We're clearing out the place.
Pretty much, yeah, let's do it one at a time. Can I have a look near where the magical item is? Is there something
Yeah.
to lower it down, or is it just attached via a chain?
You see that there is a slight incline, and on top of the incline, basically where you see number 12 here, there seems to be on the floor a huge circular um, metallic gate, kind of, and there seems to be engravings on the gate itself. There are some carvings of horses, some carvings of mountains, some landscapes, nothing too particular. There are some letters written, but I'm not sure if you. What languages do you know?
I speak Common, Celestial, and Druidic, and Elven.
You would not recognize the letters that are engraved onto the circular, or the outer edge of the circular gate that is on the floor itself.
So it's probably in Dwarvish then.
Guys, there's some
The
writing over here.
I do know Gnomish and Dwarven.
Yeah. Do you want to come here to this room? I can
Yes.
put you there if you want.
Okay.
Me drop you here.
Divine DM teleportation.
Yeah. It's still lagging like crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it happens.
That's good.
Does Oriana want to be here, or does she want to be there?
I want to investigate this weird mechanical fire thing real quick and see if I can take a piece.
Okay. Before that, I will finish off with the golden seal that you see.
Alrighty.
About, well, not you see, what the others see. Abel, yeah. Basically, everybody except you can see the above the gate, just behind it over here, which is about 10 feet high. You see what you saw earlier, a nice cube inside which there is a 1.5 feet long cylinder, a golden cylinder, which has engravings of horses all around it on the outer surface. It is very much like the one that was described by Gustav earlier when you were still at Castle Drakehall. But unfortunately, this is inside the ice, and the ice cube is connected to the chain, which is currently half broken and hanging loose. It seems to be pulling down on the chain or holding something up from the other side. It's very hard to say since you can't really see all the way up with your 60 feet dark vision. But it very much seems like counterweight, like when somebody shot the arrow, the light crossbow, you manage to hear something falling off at the same rate as the ice cube was falling down as well.
With the knowledge of Dwarven language, Did I see anything on that seal?
1 second. I will finish off with Oriana. Can you roll a investigation check?
Oh,
Well, with a 3
Yep.
from just tinkering with it, looking at it, it looks like the way I described earlier. There is a metal casing from inside which where there's an opening on top, and from there you can see light emanating, but there isn't any fire or any other magical substance inside. It's just light, pure light emanating from it. Other than that, it seems to be rooted to the ground and seems to be powered by something mechanical, something else that is not magic or organic. If you want to take a piece of it, I would say you can take the entire thing out if you pull it out hard enough.
I'll try to do that then.
Yeah, then you can roll an athletics. Well,
Yay.
after spending quite a while, you manage to take the top part of it out, whereas the pole, basically the support, still is stuck to the ice underneath. As you take the metal casing out, the light still is emanating from on top of the exact location of where the metal casing was. The metal casing doesn't seem to affect the light at all. It is once the metal casing is out, you see that the light is actually powered using something connected to the ground. You're not sure what is connected to the ground or how deep this goes.
I'm gonna poke the light with the dart.
As you poke the location of the light, your hand just goes through. And surprisingly, it doesn't really hurt you. You don't feel anything. You don't feel heat. As a matter of fact, it doesn't emanate heat at all. It's just light. It's not like a fire. And your hand just goes through it. It's almost like an illusion.
I just think to myself that this thing is weird, and I go and try to find the others.
All right. Coming back, as Jana goes to investigate the, I believe, the dwarven carvings. Do you want to read? Wait, which one do you want to read? Do you want to read the gate that is right here on the floor, or do you want to read the seal?
I'll read the seal first, and then I'll read the gate.
The seal itself, there isn't anything written in Dwarvish, but there are certain letters. But I don't think anyone knows this language. Does anyone know Undercommon?
No.
No.
Does anyone know Infernal?
What fallen?
Infernal.
That I do not. Wait, Oriana, you're a tiefling, correct?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, she might.
You would know it.
I can try to look at it. Yeah.
All right. As you walk up the gate, as you walk up the stairs, and then you see the gate underneath, you can look up and you can see the low-hanging golden seal with engravings of 4 horses. In a way, they were chasing each other around the cylindrical object. In Infernal, you read, "This is the end of times. First comes conquest. He enjoys walking into castles of great kings and emperors, convincing them to give up their crown. Then comes famine, dressed in the deepest of black. It seeks to deal justice to those who major sin in gluttony. And then comes war, seeking out chaos and destruction, feeding on the fires of the flames of unhappy nobles and driving them commit treason, and finally comes death. All of this is written in ancient infernal, very hard to read, most of them, and it's very hard to translate 1:1 to common. But this is what it reads all across the golden cylinder seal that is hanging from the ice cube.
I go ahead and translate for the others.
This is the end of time. Ah, just good old fashioned doom and gloom. I appreciate that every time. A lot of ancient societies always thought that the end of the world was right around the corner. I have no idea why.
Maybe they got sick of living.
I mean, I would too. We don't even have decent sewage in this time. Imagine them.
True. But that is what the seal reads, with the 4 horses chasing each other's tail.
All right.
But I believe Jana wanted to read the Dwarvish that is written on the gate below.
Yes.
As you read the Dwarvish, just roll a history check just in case. Wait, how old are you? Firstly, how old is your character?
I'm not that old. Well, I'm actually old because I'm a gnome, but not that old. Come on, character sheet. Load. All right, cool. My character is 170 years old.
Okay. Yeah, just roll just a history check, just to see, because this Dwarvish is very hard to understand. It's a different dialect at first, and secondly, it is also an ancient. Yeah, with a 12, I would say you managed to get a very crude translation.
+3, sort of, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Even with the 15, you can get like a basic translation of what it says.
All right.
Across the outer edge of the gate, it reads, "One cannot leave without the other." In a very crude translation.
This is the one bad part about adventures like this. I can't seem to. It says one cannot leave without the other. I'm going to assume that means that this artifact above us is going to activate something once we take it. Now, the concerning part is what?
And if you had forgotten last session, Gustav and Lord Grey very specifically mentioned not to break the artifact.
I feel like the amount of ice around it would protect it from shattering.
How much does the artifact look like? How much does it weigh? Even covered in ice?
It's very hard to say. You have no idea if the golden seal is hollow or if it's solid gold. If it's solid gold, without the ice, I would say about 6, maybe 7 kilograms for something which is just 1 foot. If it's hollow, it would be half.
It'd be like 10 to 15. It's great.
No, I was just wondering if it was possible for someone's mage hand to possibly grab it.
I mean, it can only hold 10 pounds, so.
Yeah, that's why I was asking how much it weighed.
But 6 kgs is slightly over 10 pounds.
Well, if we need to, I can get in one of the suits if it's going to be too heavy. Also mine for a little bit of the gold, but
Well, how about this? We'll go into the side room. You can play around with your suit. Rest of us can have a bit of a rest. and once we're all set, we can take the cylinder and leave.
Works for me.
Rest sounds great right now.
Are we gonna have a long rest or a short one? Because if it's a long rest, I might be able to tinker with the actual suit.
Probably prefer a long rest for myself, but
All right. Well, then follow me, guys. I'm not even paying attention to the fact that they have to go slower. I'm just sprinting off. All right. So I know there's actually the tether. Is there any way with my Tinkerer's tools that I can mess with the tether so it doesn't like knock me out or give me some sort of hive mind? Hello?
Am I muted? Shit. I think
Oh,
was
yeah,
muted.
I can.
Okay. The tethers are once again not completely mechanical, and
Okay.
you can tinker with it. To
With my...
try to figure out what it is.
All right. I was gonna say we have 8 hours, and Tinkerer's tools are specifically designed for about 8 hours of messing with it.
Okay.
For at least to make any component or whatnot. So as soon as my character loads up, there it is. Did you want me, since you said it's not entirely mechanical or organic, would there be some arcana in it?
Can roll an arcana check.
I'm rolling an arcana check as soon as I can find arcana. Because for some reason, arcana is always missing.
third one down.
It's not that
My
you
third
gotta
one
click
down's
on generate.
athletics.
Yeah, you might have to click on generate. Sometimes it misses a few skills.
Where's generate here? Crap.
At the very end, bottom skills.
Yep, hold on. Generate arcana. Hey, there it is.
With a 15, I would say. You have heard of such things to exist from an age long forgotten. Similar design of the tethers were found in, since you're an archaeologist,
Yep.
you have heard of it being found in similar locations but far more underground, and some people have claimed to seen it in different planes as well. It is very closely related to mind flayers and their methodologies of what people would call psionic energy, of how it could tap into someone else's pain and suffering to power itself and other mechanical things around it.
All right. So did I specifically know about the mind flayer part of that story?
Yeah, you would know about mind flayers.
All right. So
Yeah.
I know immediately never to put this thing on now. All right. I had the idea, but now the more I'm looking at this, the more that sounds like a bad idea. Could I perhaps use my Tinkerer's tools to make a workaround of that?
What exactly do you want to do with it?
I basically want to try to create a. I want to shift it from requiring the actual like the mental uplink and try to make it more of like a natural energy uplink.
Um, I would say in the current
Like-
situation, it would be very hard to do. But if you can take it back with you and work on it for a longer period of time, you can reroute the tethers to be able to feed off of some other kind of energy instead of your own pain
All
and
right,
suffering.
guys. All right, guys, you heard him. I can get a mech in level 3.
We're
Well, I mean,
technically level 5.
it takes time.
Oh yeah, we're level 5. All right. Well, I'm gonna hold off on that then.
Or you can take
can I-
like parts of it back if you want. You can dismantle like some parts of it, take it back with you.
I'm going to take the drill arm for that reason.
Okay.
Right. Going to just kind of cut into it with my dagger or my pickaxe or whatever.
Okay. We will, since she left, I would say we will leave off today's session somewhere around here before you take your long rest. So if you guys want to do anything before the long rest, you can do it.